Hey Smarter Vets, this is CJ Burnett here. It's Friday. We're ready for another frequently asked question. And today's question comes from someone who recently graduated from UGA not too long ago. Go Bulldogs. Oh, hey, why did the Florida Gator cross the road? Because he couldn't cross the goal line. Sorry. Financial topic, right? Get serious. And this question is, what are some blind spots that you see veterinarians have when they are within a few years out of school? So you don't know what you don't know, right? You're young, you're just coming out of school. Sometimes there's a lot of stuff being thrown at you, right? So it's kind of hard to get proactive. But I think that there are three major blind spots that most veterinarians face in those first few years out of school. The first blind spot is that a lot of people believe that a lot of income is going to mean no more problems. Yeah, so more income does help, right? You can pay your bills and things like that, but oftentimes behaviorally, we will also allow our expenses to increase at the same pace as our income, right? We have to be proactive in how we're gonna save money. A lot of people think that they're just gonna save whatever's left over at the end of the month, and within a few months of graduating, or maybe even within a few years, you realize, wow, there's really not a whole lot left over after I'm done paying all my bills. And that's my cash flow just finds places to go. I mean, if you're not proactive with it, if you're not figuring out the boundaries in which you need to operate within your cash flow, then yeah, it's going to be pretty hard to find, the amount of money that you save, because you're always going to find some place to put cash. Again, that first blind spot, people aren't proactive enough with how they're going to save money on a regular basis. They think that they're just going to save whatever's left over, and it oftentimes becomes more of a challenging thing than they thought. I can't tell you how many times I've heard someone say, I'm making great money. Why am I living paycheck to paycheck? Blind spot number two, huge misunderstanding of how insurance works, right? Not just necessarily the mechanics of it, but also in what it's purpose for. So like insurance, whether it be auto insurance or disability insurance or life insurance, I mean, you got so many insurances, right? If there's a risk in your life that's inherent in driving, as in like car accidents, then there is an insurance that can replace your car if you ever get into a wreck. It can fix your car if you get into a wreck. It can pay for the lawsuits that maybe if you cause the accident and someone's suing you, right? That's the liability portion of your auto insurance. So recognizing the purpose of insurance, a lot of people don't really understand the purpose of it. The purpose of it is to take risk that's in your life, the financial risk that is there, and then put it on the burden of an insurance company so that you don't have to absorb the financial loss if one of those events does happen. Loss of income, loss of a car, whatever the case may be. Dig into the details of insurances too. Sometimes people just buy an insurance and they're not really exactly sure how it works on the benefit side. And a lot of people pay a significant amount of money on even disability insurance that maybe they don't understand the mechanics of it, of how it's going to pay them in the event that they do become disabled. Blind spot number three, they don't have an actual plan on how they're going to pay off their student loans, right? There's just more of this like go month by month, put extra here, put extra there. There's a lot of people haven't really sat down and gone through all of the analysis on what the best way is, what the best approach is for them to pay off their student loans, because what your friend's doing could be a completely different approach, and it may work for them. And you might be, your balance sheet, your life is different than theirs. So maybe approaching paying off your student loans just like your friend is doing, or your neighbor, or your coworker, that may not be the same strategy for you. So it's good. Blind spot number three, it's always just, people don't have a strategy. They're just kind of winging it and trying to pay it off as fast as humanly possible. A good plan has a plan when nothing goes according to plan. So, if people are on one road and they're trying to go down that particular path, and life throws them a curveball and changes its mind, right? Which is I'm pretty sure it's happened to all of us. Then that path that you were on, you now have to pivot, right? And if you don't approach that strategy knowing all angles, it's like playing chess without realizing what the other person is doing. You're just moving your pieces. You're not even focusing on what they're doing around you. So that's it. Happy Friday. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time.